For our next story, we turn to West Asia. Palestinian residents say the Israeli settlers set a mosque in the Palestinian village of Deir Istia in the north of West Bank on fire on Thursday. Visuals show charred walls and shattered windows inside the mosque. Reports also suggest that slogans were sprayed on the mosque's exterior, condemning Avi Blot, who is the commander of the Central Command. In fact, there were also derogatory references made to the Prophet Muhammad. Now, residents say they managed to put out the fire before it could spread to other parts of the mosque. The Israeli military even confirmed that they sent forces to the site to examine the incident. However, nobody was reported injured.
What happened last night is that a group of settlers carried out a heinous attack on Al-Haja Hamida Mosque that is located between Deir Istia village and Kifl Haris, northwest of Salfit. This attack comes within the framework of the declared war against the Palestinian people by settlers with the support of the occupation government. This attack violated the sanctity of places of worship and mosques. There were racist slogans written on the mosque walls from the northern side that insult our Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. This is not the first attack on mosques in Deir Istia. There was an attack several years ago on Imam Ali ben Abi Talib Mosque, 2 times in a row by settlers, and with racist slogans every time.
In another incident, reports also suggest that 2 children were killed yesterday in a town located in the southern West Bank. The children were fatally shot when Israeli forces allegedly opened fire during an army raid in the area. However, the circumstances of the shooting remain disputed. Since October 1, the United Nations Humanitarian Agency, or OCHA, highlights at least 167 settler-related attacks have been linked to the olive harvest in the region. And West Bank, which is home to around 2.7 million Palestinians, remains central to global discussions on a future Palestinian state. The UN Office for the Coordination of the Humanitarian Affairs also notes that Israeli settlers carried out at least 264 attacks on Palestinians in October, which is the highest monthly figure since the UN began formal tracking in 2006. In a press briefing, United Nations spokesperson said the UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres is deeply disturbed by the reported attack on a West Bank mosque by Israeli settlers. Listen in.
Regarding the West Bank, I can tell you that we are deeply disturbed by the attacks by Israeli settlers who set fire overnight to a mosque in a West Bank village. Such attacks on places of worship are completely unacceptable. We have and will continue to condemn attacks by Israeli settlers on Palestinians and their property in the West Bank. Israel, as the occupying power, has a responsibility to protect the civilian population and ensure that those responsible for these attacks, including this attack on a mosque and the spray painting of horrendous language on a mosque, be brought to account.
Now, the incident adds to a sharp rise in tensions across the West Bank as Israel is pushing to annex the region and formalize its plans. Last month, the Knesset, which is the Israeli parliament, approved 2 bills for the same, a move that even its staunchest ally, the US, strongly opposed. Alongside the Trump administration, the Palestinian Foreign Ministry also condemned the move, saying Israel has no sovereignty over Palestinian land. So, as international agencies continue to warn of escalating violence and its impact on civilians living across the territory, communities brace for the possibility of more incidents amid a steady rise in tensions.
Want the facts?
The latest developments?
News that gets straight to the point.
Well, we've got all 3 just for you. This is First Post Live, a brand new show, your window into what really matters.
Don't miss it.